Well, Whatley, I think you did it.
I appreciate that. We feel pretty darn good coming out of this thing.
Man, how was it different than conventions past? Because it certainly was.
Well, I think a couple things. Obviously, the electricity that Donald Trump brings to any event is just impossible to replicate. And when you have 50,000 delegates, guests, and alternates and media here to see that kind of a show, you know it's going to be a big one. But the thing that I'm going to take away from this convention and be the most proud of, when we talk about a lot to be proud of, is the real Americans that we had on that stage. When we talk about the families that were affected by, Joe Biden's disastrous border policies, with migrant crime and with fentanyl, you talk to the Gold Star families. I mean, I will never forget being backstage with the families of the soldiers that were killed in Afghanistan. It's one of the most powerful, things I've ever experienced. And, the fact that we had in prime time, we weren't hearing from senators and congressmen and governors and candidates. Those guys got to talk. But prime time was about these real Americans talking about their experience in Joe Biden's America, and talking about how America needs to do better. And that's what this convention was all about. We're talking to every American family. We're talking to them about the issues that they care about and the solutions that Donald Trump's going to put on the table.
How'd you find these people? Because they all were amazing. Like all the way, like the guy from Philadelphia and the woman from Nicaragua, like everyone, and the World War II veteran, of course. They were all fantastic.
They really were, and just being able to touch them, talk to them, have the experience of talking with them, and to a person, they were all saying, this is a really big stage. I don't know if I can do this. Yes, you can. You just go out there and tell your story. And we didn't want to script it. We didn't want to necessarily. They crushed it. To be honest with you.
No, and they were the best speakers too, and we could talk about this another day. But you had a lot of the politicians who get out there and were giving a speech to an arena, and you're watching at home and you're like, geez, like they were giving it to the 50,000 people yelling in that arena, and not the 10 million people watching at home. So it's a lot of yelling. But when the everyday Americans got up there, they were just talking like they were talking to you, or a small group of people, and they were incredibly powerful. For that reason too, because they weren't as like when you're polished, you think you got to get up there and do like a big soaring, yelling thing, but you don't. You just got to be like these people and tell their story, like those Gold Star parents. I mean, give me a break.
And the
what were you
story
doing
by Donald Trump. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I mean, come on, that was pin drop. No, what were you doing like behind the scenes? Like, were you like? Go and now you're up next, or what was your job?
No, obviously we had a very professional team. Look, we had. I mean, the team that did this, right, from an operational standpoint, from a mechanical standpoint, was the best ever assembled. We have been on the ground in Milwaukee for 18 months. We've been full staff up here for over a year. And, we had over 1,000 people that were helping us with this thing. Just amazing. And so, my experience with this was obviously I had to, gavel it open every day and gavel it closed every night, and, be able to talk to all the people that were performing. There were a lot of fires, little fires, this person needs a pass, or this person can't get here, or this reporter needs an interview, or things like that, where we had, just a lot of moving parts, with 700 credentialed media outlets here. There's just a lot going on. It was an amazing operation.
No question. And put off without a hitch. Whose idea was it to have Trump there every night watching? I don't remember that happening.
Trump's
in the past.
It was President Trump's. I will tell you this, that Saturday, I was originally slated to be out in Pennsylvania, but I had to be here. So I was on the floor, just going through some last minute checklists and tick lists and talking to some folks. when I got the word that he had been shot. And of course, at that point, we kind of go into, a different mode here. And when I got the call Saturday night saying he's coming tomorrow, because he was not supposed to be here until Thursday. And the fact that he was flying home from Butler to Bedminster Saturday night, and they said he's going to be there. He's coming tomorrow. And so for him to fly in here on Sunday, we're like, wow, right? And I will never forget, we were backstage just before he came out on Monday. I said, sir, when you walk through that door, this place is going to melt. And the reaction was stunning. I mean, just wow. And I think it affected him. I think you could see it on his face. The love that he got was powerful.
Yeah, someone said yesterday that it was almost like he needed to be there each of the days. It was good for him to be there and see what was happening in our country in light of what happened. And that first walkout that you spoke of, that was when the whole country saw him just look different. Maybe choking back tears, I don't know, but I wouldn't be able to choke them back with everything.
Everybody in the arena was. It was really a powerful moment. And I really do think that he wanted to send a signal to all of America. I'm here, right? I'm not going away, and I am going to be here. This guy literally wakes up every morning wanting to fight for the American people. I mean, the thing that's stunning to me, and I've known the president for a while now, is he's a billionaire, and he has a great life. He had a great business career. He's got an amazing family, and he could do anything in the world. And yet he wants to wake up every day and put on that suit and go fight for the American people. And that's what we wanted to show about Donald Trump, right? Because this conversation, this convention was not necessarily all about Donald Trump. It was about the American people. But when we were framing the discussions about him, is we wanted to show him as real. We wanted to show him as authentic, and he's a fighter. And I mean, when you talk about his granddaughter coming out and giving a speech, I mean, wow, what the job that Kai did, just talking about her grandpa.
How many of the details of the 4 days, or even the last day, if you want, were handpicked by Donald Trump? And I ask this because we've been talking about the opera song that was sung at the end. It's like, well, Trump loves Pavarotti. And the song,
I can tell you that was
the
him.
last word is "I will win." Yeah. So how many?
Yeah, I can tell you that was him.
Does he call you up?
Yes, and said I would like to have him here if we can make that happen. You know what, sir? Yes, we'll make that happen. I will tell you that I've been doing a lot. I mean, more than any other convention I've ever worked with, more than any other convention I've seen. He had a direct hand. I mean, we put stage layouts in front of him and let him pick the stage. We were going through the lineup of the speakers with him on a daily basis. That this was a show. This is Trump the showman, and he really truly was very involved in an unbelievable amount of it.
My last question: when did Hulk Hogan jump on the scene?
How great was that? How fun was that?
Did he call you like a couple days ago, or was this in the works?
I honestly, I think I don't know the details on that. I just remember seeing Hulk Hogan and Dana White. I mean, we always had a suspicion that Dana was going to be there, but this is a lineup that was rolled out, pretty much 24 hours in advance every day of what they were going to look like. So just from Franklin Graham to Hulk Hogan to Dana White. We had a lot of, celebrities, but they're not just celebrities. They're celebrities that know Donald Trump, that have worked with Donald Trump.
Yeah, that's right.
That really was the important part of it.
Yeah, you didn't just have a celebrity for celebrity's sake. Yeah, that's right. The co-chair of the RNC, Michael Whatley. Well, geez, Michael, like have a nap today. Enjoy the day. I'll give you kind of like a day off a little bit, and then next time we chat, we'll get back down to business about winning this next election.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.